Hello, Aries. Okay, I've got the decks I want. I'm just going to decide which one. We are going to start with this one. I don't remember which ones I used last time for you. I never remember that kind of stuff, but I just go with it. So let's get right into this, Aries. July 2021. What's coming up for most signs so far is up to the Lion's Gate August 8th. So that's what that's the energy we're talking about right now. And it actually would be the June full moon, which was a few days ago now. Okay. The June full moon on the 24th through the July full moon on the 24th, and then up to the Lion's Gate. So my cat wants in. I don't think I'm going to let her in because I had to remove her during one of the readings because she would not stop knocking the laptop. And then she scratched me, the stinker. She thought she was helping, I'm sure. But, all right, Aries, let's do this. We're going to get an early July, mid-July, late July up to the Lion's Gate. So we're going to get 3 different cards going here, and then we're going to make a story. We don't want that one. We're going to create a story. We're going to weave. Oh, Aries, what's going on? Are you guys a little overwhelmed? That's usually when I get lots of cards jumping. Is who I'm tuning into is just kind of lots of monkey mind stuff going on. Yeah, lots of fear porn. Yeah, take that, Aries, take that, put it in a bubble, like do a little meditation, take 3 deep breaths. You're in a meditative state. It's that easy. 3 deep belly breaths, fill your lower belly, hold for 3, let it go. Okay. 3 of those, you're in a meditative state. Ask to see what is creating the overwhelm in your mind. Okay. Ask to see your monkey mind. Ask to see what's going on in there. And then put all of it in a bubble, whatever color. I'm seeing kind of a yellowish mustardy color, but whatever color you see is perfect. Put it all in a bubble. And then what I want you to do is you're going to move it down into your heart. And from there, you can fill it with compassion, love. Okay, unconditional love and compassion. That's all you need to fill it with. And again, whatever that looks like. My soul lives here, okay? He's a beautiful Lion King. Don't ask me. That's just what he came through to me as. My soul is very masculine. And I have, my soul or my heart chakra has kind of a caretaker as well. That I feel like is obviously is an aspect of me. And so it's this lovely kind of, this lovely holistic kind of old crone in the woods. And so I would ask her to, this is coming through, Aries, go with it. Ask your heart, whoever's in your heart, ask your soul, ask a guide, whatever feels right to you. I'm going to ask the caretaker of my heart chakra to fill that bubble with unconditional love and compassion. And then we're going to send it all the way down through the chakra system and down into Gaia to transmute, okay? Clear away that craziness, that chaos up there right now. Let's see. Maybe I just needed to do that, Aries. Who knows? All right. 3 cards, please. Spirit in the highest good of Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Don't forget to watch all 3, okay? Or 4. I can count. I'm a psychic, you guys, not a mathematician. And so, yeah, oh my goodness, look at this. This is where you are right now, embarking on a great adventure. Take a risk, venture forward. This is the part I want you to really focus on. Take a risk. This is about a leap of faith. This is about a journey to places unknown. This direction is the future. Okay. You're leaving all of this behind, possibly everything you've known for some of you. Okay. You're leaving it all behind, but this is you. You're ready. You are so confident at the helm. You know exactly where you're going, in the sense that you know you need to go, okay? That doesn't mean you can see every step of the path. That's not what that means. Rarely can we see that, but it does mean that you just know you have to go, no matter where that is, okay? And you've got all of this help. Like this is people supporting you. This is guides. This whole crew is just there for you, okay? They'll do anything you need to help you along the way, not just, non-corporeal guides, but people in the physical who are very supportive of you. I think everybody has that. And notice too, that the waters, to me, they always look kind of choppy. And so there is going to be resistance on this journey. You are going to have people saying, what are you doing? Why would you walk away from this job or this person or this life? Why would you walk away from this? And you're not going to listen because this is you. You're going to be like, talk to the hand. So you don't need to worry about them, the haters, because what this is going to do, this is going to be huge for them too, because as they watch you embark on this journey, they're going to feel, well, they're going to be forced to see where they have kind of kept their own energies stuck, their own lives. Okay, they're going to be looking at their own lives going, well, what if there's more out there for me too? What if it's not just for the, this other person? And you're going to get them questioning, and that's good. Okay. So that's now probably happening now. You're getting ready to go, or you're going, or you're on the journey. Okay. If you're not there yet, don't worry about it. These are not held to dates on the calendar. Okay. This could be coming July. This could be coming this week for you yet, where it might be kind of a, yeah, I'm going. And it might not be a whole and total move. It might just be a getaway. Okay. And then you're going back, to see what else you can kind of shift. A lot of times we have to step back, even in the physical. Sometimes we have to leave and then come back, and then we see clearer. Okay, what don't I need anymore in this life? Like I'm not done with it yet, but I need to clean it up. I need to upgrade it. I need to up level it. Okay, I need to get rid of all the low vibe, heavy stuff. Okay, that's what you're doing. Mid-July, far away places, get ready for new horizons. You are going somewhere, Aries. You're going somewhere you never thought you'd go. And this, I really do think for a lot of you, this is in the physical. And I'm not saying every Aries who watches this reading, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus is going on a great adventure. I mean, we all are right on this great adventure. This life is a great adventure. But man, for many, many, many of you, it's at least a really cool trip to a place you have never been before. And this may not even be in the works yet, in your head yet. But see, this is why we had to clear this stuff away. There is a longing in your heart to take a trip or to move, to pack up and go. Okay, there is a longing. And your monkey mind, your ego was filling your brain with crap to distract you from it. Oh, well, now this is, the car just broke. And there's a sick kid now. And there's, all this stuff to distract you from that energy. Clear it away, put it in your heart, fill it with love and compassion, send it down to Gaia. Okay, it's going to travel through your whole chakra system, and cleansed as it goes. Okay, and then you're going to have this clarity. Okay? You're going to have this clarity. But again, clarity doesn't mean seeing every step of the path, right? Clarity doesn't mean, okay, now I see exactly where I'm going. Clarity just means I know it's this direction. I can't see anything, but I'm going, and I don't care what anybody says. And so faraway places, get ready for new horizons. I mean, I feel like for a lot of you, you're going to go on a trip, you're going to come back, and you're going to realize where you've been is not where you want to be. The trip is going to kind of shake you out of that attachment. The trip is going to help you cut cords to this place where you've been existing, where you've been in, in kind of stasis, living this life, this recycled life of work, school, or school, or, whatever, just stress. Okay. The trip, leaving and coming back, is going to make you realize it. Or you are going somewhere. Let's just say you're one of those amazing souls. I know an Aries like this, who can just pack up everything you own and go. I feel like your destination is going to change for some of you. There's going to be a shift. It may be just as you're embarking, it may be halfway there. You're going to realize, nope, I'm not going there. I'm going to turn here and go there instead. Okay. So this is a big, talk about an adventure. I mean, and if you really think about it, like people always say, oh, well, I can't do that. I have responsibility. Do we? Do we really? Why can't you just pack up and go? What are your excuses? Okay. What are you doing to hold yourself back from this? Because I feel like, Aries, you need a drastic change of scenery permanently. Okay. And, like I said, for a lot of you, go on the trip, come back home, because it's going to hit you. When you walk in the house, you're going to realize, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. Go somewhere, okay? Don't worry about where. The vector will, your guides will come through. Like you can just start, if you have no idea, seriously, no friggin' idea, then just go. Pick a direction and go. And I'm telling you, the signs, the synchronicities will tell you if you're going the right way. If you're going south, yet you keep seeing, maybe you keep seeing things that have north on them and something isn't feeling right. Oh, my ear just started ringing, you guys. Seriously, good sign. And if you see things that just lots of north, 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 then maybe you need to turn around and go the other way, or east, east, west, west, whatever. Okay. A song comes on the radio. Okay. The what is it? Not the John Wayne quote, "Go west, young man." If you're going south and you're seeing all these signs and synchronicities for a different direction, then that's your guides coming out saying, okay. And guess what happens when we just go, when we just take that leap of faith, is you open up to more intuition, to more guidance, to more messages coming through clearer. And so they're able to send those messages. Okay, she's going, but she's going south, but okay, we'll get her there. We'll get her going in the right direction. So just start sending her all these messages for west or for east or for whatever direction, and just go. And again, I'm not telling you to give up everything and go. Don't say, well, this reader on YouTube told me to do that. Because that's ridiculous. Resonating with you, then maybe this is what you're supposed to do. Your guides have just been waiting for you to take a leap of faith. Okay. I mean, this is okay. So for some of you, definitely this is a metaphor for a job or a relationship. Okay. Not specifically or not literally moving. Okay. I just wanted to I think I needed to get that big chunk of people out of the way, because I feel like a lot of you are relocating and you just don't realize it yet. Take the trip, take the little trip. I don't know. I keep seeing east. A lot of you are going to go east from where you live. Take the trip, come back and see how you feel. Do you feel, oh, thank God I'm home and this feels so good. And, and not just because all your stuff is there, right? But do you really feel good coming back? Okay. Because then the adventure continues, right? Like it's not ending. Mid-July, and you're preparing for something. This card, goodness, and my throat always does this when I'm on the right track, you guys. This card, get ready, often comes through with the message of you're preparing, or the universe is preparing something for you. So something big is coming that requires you to embark on this journey. You have to start. You have to take the first step yourself before this next step can be implemented, okay? It can come in. And again, for a lot of you, literally moving or going on a trip. For the rest of you, stepping away from someone or stepping towards someone. There might be somebody you're denying, someone you don't want to see, that you're meant to be with for whatever reason. Why do we block ourselves from beautiful relationships? Who knows? You're going to figure that out, right? You're going to heal that. So it could be walking away from someone. It could be walking towards someone. It also could be walking away from a job or toward a job. For some of you, there's a job that you don't think you can do, that you don't think you're qualified for. Maybe on paper you are, but you don't feel, something about it feels out of your league. You have a self-worth issue, right, about this job. It's time to take a step toward it, because I'm telling you, if it's not meant to be yours, then it won't be, no matter what you do, okay? If it's meant to be yours for only a short time, let's say you get the job, you take the step, you apply, you do the interview, you get the job, and it's not what you thought. Guess what? With most jobs, you can quit. I mean, the only job, I was military for 10 years. You can't just say, I don't really like this, I quit. You can't do that in the military, because you're owned, literally. Every other job you can quit and you'll be fine, So this is going to be a series of trusting and leaps of faith. It's not just one, Aries. I do feel like you've got a lot coming. Okay. So grounding, go deep, explore your roots. So this adventure is about you preparing This is preparing. I feel like this preparation is actually for a long time to come. You're preparing for something big, and it's coming later, not during this time period, okay? But then you're getting, this adventure is taking you on a place where you're going to be able to heal and go deep within, okay? It's time, Aries. There is something big you have been avoiding looking at because you think it's going to kill you. I'm just going to be honest. For a lot of you, I hear that in my head. Like, I can't look at that. It'll kill me. I won't survive. I won't survive it. Bullshit. Okay? Bullshit. I'm here for you. Your soul self, all of your guides. You have a team of 1 million people, 1 million beings, okay? Including benevolent beings. You know, this isn't too far down the rabbit hole for a lot of you, Aries, but we also have guides literally in spaceships in orbit around Earth that are cloaked. Okay? If that's too much for you, then I might not be for you, okay? Because I everything that I am, that they are up there. They've been here since the 80s, okay, to help us through this. And they are, I want to say interfering. It's more like intervening. It's more like helping. They are coming through and helping more than ever before because we are at go time, you guys. We are at crunch time. This is do or die time. This is the 0 hour right now, okay? And it's not just 1 minute. It's going to be a couple months, maybe even a couple years. Ooh, and I just got a big wave of energy when I said that. So definitely. We're talking at least a month, a year and a half, okay, is going to be the 0 hour. I know that's weird, but you know, for them, this weird linear timeline is very odd to them. But what I wanted to say was that it's, you know, they came in to help and they're helping much more than they've ever been able to. You know, they literally have that prime directive. If you ever watched Star Trek, they have to follow the prime directive. They're not allowed to interfere. Okay, they can infiltrate and spy, which is interfering, but you know, we're always looking for loopholes, right? They are not allowed to interfere. And so unless they're asked for help. And so our guides in the physical and not have only been able to do what we ask of them. So they, you know, what we ask, they can't do. And so it all depends on what's within their realm of being able to do it. And so to the extent that the negative forces have interfered, they are now allowed to come in and interfere, okay, in a good way, to counterbalance all the negative interference that we've been putting up with for way too long, you guys. So they're coming in a bigger way than ever before. They're more present. They're doing more for us right now than they've ever done. And that's only going to snowball. Again, in a good way. I know that sounds negative, but that's only going to expand. Okay, because now we're clearing up all this negative shit that we've been putting up with, okay? But you're heading toward a place, and then end of July, up to the Lion's Gate, I feel like you're going to be preparing, like whatever this is for. This is this year. I'm feeling like October, something happening the last couple months of the year, okay? Starting in October, you're going to be preparing, okay? Not bad, not a bad thing. I'm not telling you to prep, okay? I'm not telling you to become a prepper and to start a doomsday bunker. None of that. That's not what I'm seeing at all. You're going to be preparing yourself, your own energy. You're going to be preparing. You are going to be in a big way. So, you know, for a lot of you who are literally taking a trip and you come back and you're like, nope, I don't want to be here anymore. And you move, there's going to be a lot of, you know, things you'll have to tie up and clean up right before you move. Yes, that's the reality of it. I get it. Like bank accounts and, you know, turn off the electricity and all that little stuff. But that's, yeah, that is definitely not what this card is. This is more of a energetic preparation for what's coming. And so that definitely leads you into this deep healing time. Coming up to the Lion's Gate, where then you're going to emerge, friggin' lion. I mean, you're going to emerge out the Lion's Gate portal, ready to go. Okay. And you'll have to, we can maybe get a glimpse, but that'll be the August reading, right? When they get more insight into that. So sure, why not? Okay. I'm going to use this deck now for some clarification. My God Oracle. It's lovely, lovely deck. So let's get some clarification for these three. Let's start weaving this story, Aries, because I'm excited to see how it fills in now. Because we've got the basic, we've got the anchors. Now we want the rest of the story. For Aries, in their highest good always, please, Spirit. Messages from the highest cosmic frequency. All right. Very nice. Okay. So let's look at this. So clarification, expansion, next step after this embarking. This is the first step, right? Take a risk, venture forward. This is you taking that first step. And even if this is just booking a ticket, reserving a hotel, one thing to get you to that next step. Okay. This is clarifying it. First of all, it's number 32. These first three didn't have numbers. Number 32, which breaks down to 5, which is big change. You can't make this shit up, you guys. Purification, water, emotional cleansing, rejuvenation. First of all, that is a beautiful image, right? Of this lovely divine feminine with the sun. I mean, that could be an aura. That could be her crown chakra, kind of like they depict in the Bible, right? Over Yeshua and all the disciples and everything always, or Yeshua and Mary. But I see it as the sun. And then this is like waves of, and this is you in your center. This is you healing to the level of, and you're already doing this, right? You're already like Aries. You're really good at emanating love and light and positive energy, no matter where you are, no matter where you are in your headspace, but no matter what you're healing, where you're at in your own personal journey, you still emanate positivity. Okay. And that's what these waves of kind of white, pure source, like you are a conductor for that energy. You walk around and you're just beaming out light, even if you're in a state, right? Even if you're frustrated with somebody or even if you're angry at something on social media, there's just nothing you can do about that. You can't not do that. Okay. That's just who you are. You're emanating this. And so this is you amping that up even more and standing in the sun. This is literal and metaphorical. Go outside, get as much sunlight as you can. The sun is sending us so many codes right now that we need. Okay, we're getting them, but go out in the sun and you're going to really get a big download of them. And go in the water. Like, this is a huge message. And, coming from this, look at this. So far, every card you have has water in it. Every single card. Every single one is showing water. So if that's not telling you to go out and get in water, if you really can't, Aries, don't worry about it. If you really can't even take a bath, if you don't have a tub, okay, a lot of people don't. If you can at least, when you get in the shower, set the intention to cleanse away any energy that is no longer needed, okay? Anything that is not necessary for you and you are in your highest good, let the shower wash that away. And tune in. Any water, all water is pure. Okay, even with impurities, if you're tuning into the energy of the water, you're turning into the purity of it. Okay, tuning in. Did I say turning in? You're tuning into the purity of it, even coming out of your shower head. Okay, so yeah, big guys. I'm just getting these big waves. You have a really big journey coming, and it's coming fast. And for a lot of you, you may not have any awareness of it yet. But for some of you, I feel like you can feel this already. You feel it. You knew it was coming. You even know where you're going. I think you know where you're going for a lot of you, Aries, don't you? You know where you need to go. So again, yes, it's leap of faith, but we can do baby steps. If you're, I don't want to say nervous, but if you just can't pack up and move, then like I said, take a trip there. Just go there for a few days, feel the energy, and then come back and realize, okay, I want to go back there to where I just was. But definitely, back to this card, you're going to want to ground in water as much as you can. Yes, grounding, we think of grounding, we have to lay on the earth and whatever. We can ground in water because that helps us process emotions. And this is, guys, a big part of this is increasing our emotional maturity to a place where we can stop fighting. We can stop with the divisive techniques. We can stop picking sides, right? We have to get to a place where we are centered, okay? And that requires mastering our emotions, okay? Not controlling. I don't like that word. We don't want to control anything. We want to surrender to the process and the journey, but we become masters of our emotions and our own energy field in every way, sovereign. Okay. You're the king. You're the queen. You're the boss. Okay. So we need to get to the point where we're mastering our emotions. I got something in my eye there for a second. And so this is you healing whatever you need to heal and friggin' mastering your emotions. I mean, this is you being raw and vulnerable and real and exposed and also feeling badass and sovereign at the same time. Okay. That's where we need to be. Okay, so clarifying this preparation phase. Mid-July, you're going to be preparing. And that could come in the form of a deep healing, right? I feel like it's actually more in the physical of you're aware. I know I said energetic preparation, and that is true. We're always doing that, right? We're always preparing for the next thing energetically. But this is like, again, it's not, don't start a doomsday cupboard. But this is definitely preparing for, like, I feel like if this is you taking the first step toward an actual move, not just a little vacay, then this is you preparing to go, preparing to take that full leap of faith, okay? Because this really is just the first step. Yeah. Because then you've got some healing and grounding and emotional maturing to do. Okay. And then you're going to be preparing. And then clarifying that comes through 26, which breaks down to 8. Peace. Dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts. Like you just can't, I can't make this up. I just can't. Look at the back of these cards, by the way. Isn't that gorgeous? Like the sacred heart chakra. It's beautiful. Because they always show the sacred heart sometimes is on fire on Jesus, when they show the center. Heart chakra, people. Okay, and lower 3 chakras clearly coming through here. I mean, with those colors, and even up to the heart, there's a little bit of green. It's like the sun is bringing that green, right? This is, I do feel like this is sunrise versus sunset. Yeah, because that's where you're at, Aries, is you have cleared away a big chunk and you're getting ready to embark on this next phase, right? Okay, so this is you realizing it, taking the first step. You're going to do some emotional maturing, while you're preparing for the big move or the new job or the new relationship or being alone for the first time. If you're leaving a relationship, apply it metaphorically, symbolically to whatever your situation is, okay? If it really isn't resonating with you to move, if you really love where you're at, or for some reason you're just not, you're not going anywhere for a while, then apply it where it works, okay? Don't try to force it. Obviously, don't ever force it to resonate with you. If it's not resonating with you, great. Watch your moon, rising, Venus, watch all 4 and get a full picture. This might make more sense, okay, after you watch the other 3. But if it's not resonating, don't worry about it. Never try to force that square peg into the round hole, ever. Okay. Again, this is a general reading. I do set the intention that everybody who's called to watch will get something out of it. So, if you haven't yet, just hang in with me and maybe you'll get a nugget of wisdom coming. Okay. So peace, dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts. So again, we did that at the beginning, right? Like we do that. I feel like that came through for a reason. Like do that little visualization to clear your monkey mind, to clear that mental brain, our physical brain of all this chaos. Do that as much as you can. Keep your mind as clear as possible. And when you realize you're kind of getting overwhelmed, right? Like when the cards were falling all over the place, then call that visualization in, put it in a bubble, put it down to your heart, fill it with love and compassion, send it down to Gaia. Super easy. There's no excuse, Aries. Just fucking do it. Stop bitching. Stop complaining. Stop shaking your head. Stop rolling your eyes. I just told you what you can do. Okay. So 8. Oh, I like this because it's 5, 8, 5. This is 32, 26, and then you got 23. So 5, 8, 5. You got like a sandwich. You got like an infinity sandwich with change on both sides. Oh my God. So this is night wind. All right. Don't be nervous. Facing fear, subconscious release, healing. You are definitely, this is after this, right? We knew this was coming. This is a very internal, introspective, very divine feminine time for you. Okay. The end of July. Like I said, this is going to be this Lionsgate on August 8th. You're going to break free of this healing. Okay. So I don't want you to think of it. We're kind of done with calling them dark nights of the soul and tower moments. We're kind of over that because I feel like we've passed the point where we're miserable during these phases, right? We know what we're doing. We know the things to do to make it easier while not, we know surrendering. We know, I would say, people say, well, don't resist. Well, when you say don't resist, that's like saying, don't think about a pink elephant. What are you thinking about? What did you instantly think about? A pink elephant, right? And so we resist our resistance. Allow everything, including the resistance. Allow yourself to resist because I'm telling you, you're still going. Your guides are still going to push you and pull you and shove you through. I promise. Okay. It's just, yes, the more we resist, the more it hurts. But if you resist the resistance, then that's hurting even more, I promise you. If you can just look at do the same visualization, take those 3 deep breaths, go into the meditative state, ask to see your resistance. Okay. And then say, I allow you to be here. Stay as long as you like. There's a hot chocolate bar over there. There's a waffle bar. You got everything you need here. There's the, outlets to charge your devices. Everything. It's like a perfect little cafe, and everything's free. So allow it to stay. Allow it to just be there. Say, I'm not resisting you, resistance. I'm going to allow you to be here. Stay as long as you like. And then when you feel ready, and you can, call it to you several times, but even in that first instance, you can say, are you ready to go? Am I ready to let you go? And sometimes you won't be. Sometimes you can let go a little bit at a time, okay? And have it be a gradual thing. But the first step is allowing it in your energy, first of all, because if you're not allowing it in there, then you're trying to get rid of it and you're resisting it. And we cannot let go of anything as long as we're trying to get rid of it. I promise you. It just doesn't work that way. We have to allow it. We have to acknowledge it. We have to love it. At some level, we have to be okay with it, really is the truth. We have to be good with it, right? We have to sit with it and realize that it doesn't have to affect us. You have to come to terms with it being there before you can let it go, okay? So anyway, this night wind, this is definitely a deep healing coming, okay? Facing fear, subconscious release, healing. Listen, this is Aries. This is something that you need to do to be ready for the Lion's Gate, okay? This preparation, you're starting in mid-July, preparing for this healing. I do feel like you're going into this beautiful, it does say peace, but you're dissolving so much, right? And that's going to launch you to the next level where then you can have, this is kind of a, this is definitely a healing. And so, July is largely going to be one big, I would say dark night of the soul, but it's not going to be. First of all, this may be a dark card, but it's beautiful. Okay. And it's night wind. Everything is moving. Energy is always moving. You're going to move through this with a lot more ease than ever before. Okay. And you're going to face your fear and you're going to be releasing without even realizing it. You're healing journey on autopilot, okay, which we do from time to time. We don't have to be, intentionally engaging in healing, exercises 24/7, right? But we are healing 24/7. We never stop. We never stop. It's not possible on this journey. Okay, so I've got my Avalon deck, Mists of Avalon. It's lovely. And we're going to get another clarification. We're going to get a third card for each row and fill in the last of the gaps for this story for you for now to the Lion's Gate and see what's going on. We're just going to get a clarification and an expansion of these messages, please, Spirit, in the highest good of Aries always. It's going to be a lot of healing, you guys. Just hang on. It's not going to be as, like I always tell people, it's never as bad as we make it out to be, unless you really want it to be. To you. It's up to you, Aries. Do you want it to suck? Then it's going to suck. Sometimes, I do feel like sometimes for me personally, even sometimes we hold on and it's bad. I mean, everything happens perfectly, right? We chose everything. And when the healing process is really, really hard, we needed to feel that. Okay. You know why? Because when we get to the other side, we know we're done with that part. And we can really enjoy and appreciate where we're at now. Okay. So let's see. Give me a clarification. Last one. Last card for each row, please, for Aries. Give me that. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, you got the Sacred Union card, number 14, which breaks down to 5, guys. That's the third 5, okay? That's the third 5 you've gotten big change. This is definitely big change in a relationship, okay? Vitality, growth, fertility, sexuality. But let's look at this for a little bit. Because I know not all of you are looking for love or need a sacred union, right? You might be in one already, or you're in a place where you're just not calling that to you right now, and that's fine, okay? I always think that's trees behind them, but that is their antlers, are trees. Um, Interesting. Okay. What's interesting is something I've never noticed in this card before is notice that all the trees on the masculine side are just green. There's no flowers. There's no color but green. But then on the feminine side, she's got flowers in her hair, and that's where these different colored flowers are blooming. It's the only other color, and the whole card is green, except for her red hair and the flowers on her side. So let me look at that, because it's definitely about it. Because this is such a big, because everything coming through Aries for you is this big, deep inner healing. I'm inclined to translate this as more inner healing of the divine feminine, divine masculine within you, the balance, right? And I do feel like you're bringing, you're cultivating the divine feminine right now. Okay, that's what that's showing me, because there's a lot of life on this side. This doesn't mean that your masculine is dying or that it's stagnant or dormant or anything. It just means that your masculine is doing fine. Okay, your go, 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 do energy is fine. Your courage, your strength, your confidence, that's all, you're in a good place there. Okay, so it's time to, sorry, that's me kicking the table because I get so fidgety. It is time to cultivate your divine feminine, and that is super hugely important. I mean, this coming through too, I mean, it came in right after. So you got this, and then you got this, you got two naked ladies. Okay, definite huge divine feminine cultivation. I would say healing, but it's not quite right. It's more of a expansion of your divine feminine, allowing more of your feminine to come through, which is going to allow you to go deeper within. Okay, because when we go within, this healing energy, this kind of hermit, cocooning energy is very feminine, because it's more passive in a good way. Okay, it's in a feminine way. We're allowing and surrendering to the process to happen for us. Okay, the masculine energy is when we come out as a butterfly and and spread those wings and fly away. That is engaging the masculine. Okay, but the masculine can step back a little bit right now, because you're about to go into a very deep period of introspection and healing within, and that is very feminine. So it's time to bring that feminine forward. Okay, and you got two more ladies here that came through. And so this middle of this is 25, so seven often comes to me as your guides are very present with you. Your guides are really, really, really super strong right now around you. Lean on them, turn to them, talk to them. Okay, even if you don't feel like you hear them back in any way, talk to them anyway. The more you talk to them, the more they're going to start coming through in different ways. People always say, well, I can't hear anything, I don't hear voices. Well, that's not always how guides come through. In fact, that's rarely how they come through. They're going to come through as thoughts just materializing in your brain. They're going to come through as physical sensations. They're going to come through as things on a sign, things on a TV show, things on social media. Okay, something, somebody that someone something they say randomly. Okay, that's how the signs come through from them and the messages. Okay, you're not going to hear audibly for everybody. That's not how it works. Okay, until you really develop that clairaudience. And so, Priestess of Avalon. So this is a huge magic energy, and just being in tune with your highest self. Like whenever I hear priestess, it's such a badass energy. It's like embodiment of everything that you are, right? So this is your highest self coming through with this full moon. It's interesting to me that you got a moon, you got one moon and you got one sun. Okay. Oh, actually you got two suns. Beautiful. So you got two suns and a moon. The sun energy, sun in tarot is the best card in the deck, just FYI. The sun coming through means abundance and happiness coming in. Okay, this card doesn't necessarily mean that oh, you've arrived, you're in nirvana, you're in utopia, you're in the Garden of Eden, you've done it, you're done. That's not what it means. What it means is that during this phase, you're going to get a lot of abundance because you're going to be open and allowing more. Okay. And then we go to the next healing, right? And we're never done, but we get better at it. It gets easier, and we start to see the gratitude, and then we can bring in more abundance and joy. Okay, it's getting better. I promise. It's not going to be the same. It's not going to be Groundhog Day. So it says 25, which is 7, healing, ancient knowledge, initiation, divine inspiration. Yeah, she's definitely tuning in. This is what I'm feeling like. This is actually your team really showing up for you. Okay. And that goes along with the 7, doesn't it? So your team is really showing up for you right now. They're coming through in bigger ways. They're bringing ancient knowledge, right? And the healing, of course, is at the top. Like I said, this is your theme for July. Okay. And it really is transformation. If I could pick one theme for the whole Zodiac for July, it's transformation. But a sub message for that for you, Aries, would be just deep healing. Deep healing. That does not mean that you're going to be in a month-long tower moment. Okay, I promise. Okay, you're just going to notice that you need to disconnect, get away, right? Remember, this could just be a getaway, or you're moving. Honestly, sometimes, they used to say, oh, well, you can't move away from your own problems, right? And that's so true. But sometimes you need to physically get away from toxicity of external forces in order to really be able to tune into yourself. And so it's okay to move, to get away from things, okay? I think that's okay. It's okay to go on vacation, to get away from people, places, things, jobs for a while so that you can really focus on you, okay? And you got this divine feminine coming through really strong. You're really cultivating that healing, okay? And then in the meantime, your energy, your guides, the universe is going to be preparing something really amazing for you that's coming. You've got this sun coming through, which I'm sorry I didn't see, it didn't come through before, but this abundance. And, when we open up, when we surrender, every time we expand or up level the way we surrender, every time we go up to the next level of surrender, we open up to more good stuff. And so this is joy and abundance coming in. Happiness. That's what the sun card is in the tarot. And but the healing continues. And so then you got this with literally healing at the top of the card. And the full moon healing is emotional healing. Okay. And she's literally standing knee deep in water. That's emotional healing. You're sailing on choppy waters, your emotions, our emotions get the better of us, right? They control us a lot of times. And so this whole journey for you in July is about mastering your emotions. I should write that down because I'm going to forget. I want to name this video that. Give me a second, you guys. I got to write that down. Mastering your emotions for Aries. We got this, man. So, yeah, ancient knowledge, just all this, we think of it as it's the new earth and it's these new ways and blah, blah, and really it's ancient. It's ancient knowledge, ancient information, ancient codes, just ancient, all this. It's like what it's showing me is the original divine human blueprint that we're finally figuring out, that we didn't need to pile on all this extra stuff, right? To be human, to be who we are, to have lives, to have personalities, to have connection. We didn't need all this stuff, We don't need the nicest house on the block. We don't need the nicest car on the block. We don't need the best job on the block. We don't need the smartest kids on the block, right? And what do we gauge that by? Their grades in school, which is the last thing I would say shows intelligence, okay? Not that straight A students aren't smart, but it just doesn't, it's not an accurate scale, I promise you. Okay, initiation and divine inspiration. I'm not getting any more really from this card. She's got it's interesting because there's another card that's similar, but she's got these fairy stones. If you don't know, if you find any like white stones that have holes right through them, those are called fairy stones. I think that's the name. She's got a couple of those laying here. She's got candles, but she's also got the goddess of fertility. So she's literally your guides are really working on their connection with you and helping you open up to bring in more abundance. Fertility doesn't have to mean pregnancy, right? It means cultivating your creativity and helping you tune into that energy center, which for women largely is the womb space, ladies. Men have a womb space as well. They have a sacral chakra, right? But for women, that is our superpower, and that is, or for women and any of those who resonate with being a divine feminine energy. Okay, that's where our creation comes from, right? Compassion, creation, conception, cultivation, it's all in that womb space, okay? And so your guides are really trying to crack you open, Okay. So the more you surrender to it, because then you come right into this where you're going to get some downtime. Again, I get it. If you have a job, if you have responsibilities, right? This is whenever you can. Okay. I know most of us can't just get away alone for solitude. Do it as much as you can, at least an hour a day. Okay. At least an hour a day. And I'm not talking about sleeping at night. That doesn't count. Don't try to find a loophole in this, okay? Self-care is where it's at in July, you guys. I'm telling you. My guides, I've said this in every reading, I think, but my guides are always, and I may have said this in your reading last month, but I'm always telling my guides, I'm always asking my guides, when are you going to stop telling me to engage in more self-care? And guess what their answer is? When you fucking get it right. When you're doing it enough, then we'll stop hounding you about it. And I'm like, all right, fine. Because I know I'm not. So then you've got this deep healing continuing. And to me, this, the nighttime, and you got this beautiful nighttime image too, right? Like these are very similar, actually, very similar energies. The blues and the browns and just the beautiful magic of the night. I'm not seeing anything negative here. What I'm seeing here is like a stillness that you're going to be able to achieve. If you truly commit and engage in self-care, Aries, then you're going to find a place of stillness where you can go even deeper. I feel like you're going to go end of July-ish, around the full moon, July 24th, you are going to unlock a sub-basement in your energy you didn't even know you had, okay? And again, I remember saying at the beginning that you guys are, a lot of you in general, Aries, sun, moon, rising, or Venus, it doesn't matter. A lot of you with Aries in your chart, you have a deep, dark secret that you don't think you can survive if you face it, if you open it up. You think it will kill you, literally, okay? For a lot of you, that's coming through. I'm just saying it. Tough love, harsh but true. And so I just want you to know that that is not true. It's not true. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to turn you into the Hulk. It's not going to turn you into a demon or a monster, okay? We all have darkness. We've all been the rapist, the murderer, the molester, okay? I have past lives, I know for a fact, where I was engaged in these satanic rituals and drank the blood of children, okay? If that doesn't freak you out, I've healed that, right? So I can talk about it and not have an emotional response, although I got kind of a hot flash. So clearly more is healing in that, but I've already set that on autopilot, you guys. Past lives do not bother me anymore. I know that I've done it all, and I've been awful. We all have, okay? This is the culmination life. We've experienced it all. I've also been the rape victim, the molestation victim, even in this life, right? Like many of us have. We're healing that as well. I have been the murder victim, right? I have been the sex trade victim. I have been the victim whose blood was consumed. I mean, I know this is really, really graphic. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go into that, but we've done it all, you guys. We've experienced it all, the light and the dark. And guess what? We're choosing the light. We thought we wanted, let's see what that's about. And it's not all it's cracked up to be, right? So we're heading back to the light. And that's what we are. I mean, there's no way around it. We're eventually going to get there. Okay, so last card. This is the last card of your story. So remember, we started with baby step for your great adventure, whatever that may be, okay? However it fits into your energy right now. Don't try to force it. If you're not going anywhere, if you cannot go even take a little time away, then this is talking about a relationship or a job, okay? Or something else that I'm not coming up with yet. Fit it into your, okay? Apply it. I don't mean to say fit it in. Apply it to your situation, okay? 16, which breaks down to 7 again. So you got 2 7s. So you got 6 7 7. So you got 5 8 5 6 7 7. That's just interesting sequence. Because 7 again is your guides, very present with you. And look up 7 too. I feel like it might have a different meaning for each of you. Just the main message always comes through to me is your guides are very present with you. They're more present than ever before. They're here. Talk to them, okay? It says fate, magic, intuition, prophecy. I mean, what a beautiful, to come in right after this one. I mean, it's a lot of the same message that you are magical. This is Morgan Le Fay, you guys. I received in a channeling, in a meditation one time, that Morgan Le Fay is the physical manifestation of Gaia. When she wants to walk the earth, this is who she becomes. And that's why Morgan Le Fay, she was so powerful and magical that they believe that it's all myth, right? Historians do not put any stock in King Arthur being real, even though there's proof that they were real. It just happened a lot longer ago than they think, right? But if you go back thousands of years, then that's where this legend took place. And she was such an amazing spiritual queen for her people. And when they found that out, they had to shift that, right? The powers that were, the negative powers. And I'm not saying this is all about bashing women, but that's been a huge part of the agenda, okay? Because we're more magical than they could not handle us, okay? If we were at full power right now, girls. So Morgan Le Fay, when she wants to, she was portrayed as this evil witch queen, right? This bad guy, and it's not who she was at all, okay? I resonate very strongly with this energy of Morgan Le Fay. I feel like I have been an aspect of Morgan Le Fay. I've at least walked in those shoes. Like we've all been part of everything, right? I feel like we've all been animals. We've experienced whatever we wanted to experience. But Morgan Le Fay was definitely a beautiful, positive representative of Gaia, of Mother Gaia, okay? And protects nature. She protects the earth. And so, getting her coming through as a guide, really, because all these other cards, just have words on them. And you have the Priestess of Avalon, who is, again, kind of a vague, is it really one person? There's actually 3 of them on there. At any given time, there were probably many priestesses, but you got Morgan Le Fay, a very specific being, okay? She is a sovereign queen. She's a badass. She knows exactly who she is. She knows she wields her power. She is master of her own power. She protects Gaia. She protects nature. She protects the less fortunate, right? She protects the weak. Okay, the animals. She's got an emerald in her staff, which is amazing. Very deep heart chakra healing. Your whole reading is screaming huge heart expansion, huge healing, and huge, what did I write down? Mastering your emotions. Guys, I do 13 of these. I forget what I'm doing. She's even got a green dress on. Just huge, huge. And green, of course, is also nature, life. Okay. So this is coming through too. Like she is the queen, the priestess of nature, of continual renewal, right? Like a tree dies, another one grows, right? From the compost of the old tree. It's like the phoenix energy, right? Except she's coming through as her black crow companion, her familiar. But that's, again, more strong guides to bring in your magic, okay? And it's just such a beautiful, like her coming through, she's wearing this crow feather cape, and then her hair even looks like crow feathers, which I think is really super cool. She can look like however she wants, right? But she's a badass queen. She's really coming through as you reaching a new level of sovereignty in your own energy. So by taking this first step, this baby step toward whatever, something you maybe never thought of, something you didn't think you were worthy of, it's time to take that step, okay? Right now. Don't wait for July 1st, which I know is just a few days, but right now, take that baby step. And maybe you already have, and that's great. You'll know. If you already have, you'll know. You'll know. If you're not sure, then you haven't, okay? Take that next step. Take the trip. Pack up and move. Whatever resonates with you. It's time for you to move on something, okay? Because then once you take that step, then you're going to really delve into more divine feminine, right? Because moving is very masculine, but then you're going to really cultivate the divine feminine. You got a lot of feminine cards, a lot of women. Okay, just a lot of beautiful, beautiful internal, deep, deep healing, deep heart expansion and healing. This whole card is like green and black. Green is the heart chakra. Let me see if she's got anything. Prophecy. We're ascending, you guys. There's no going back. This is happening. We are not falling into a dark timeline of AI control, prison matrix, where we're all lined up and pumped through, full of stuff that makes us tired enough and sick enough and weak enough and frustrated enough with everything to not fight back. We're not doing that. In fact, I got great confirmation this morning. I had a kind of an odd text when I woke up this morning from somebody who had a dream, a very prophecy, a very prophetic dream about a very dark timeline. And she was traveling to this timeline, not from not living there, but traveling from this timeline to that timeline. And she's dismantling it. And it's this like concentration camp, vaccine a day, unhealthy food, no sunlight, that kind of reality. And I just knew right away that is not, that's already gone, you guys. I don't even see, this is what I do. I tune into the timelines and I look at the energy coming, and I can look and see that timeline is gone. We cannot inhabit it anymore. However, it's still being dismantled, and part of her job is to dismantle it so that it's gone, okay, from our energy. And so that was the message, was this beautiful kind of confirmation of, yeah, we're not going that way. We really are ascending into 5D, into a new world, a new earth. Okay, not new world order, but new earth, where there will be intense, like this is, so if this doesn't tell you anything, I've got this beautiful grid of 9 cards. This is smack dab in the middle. Happiness, abundance, joy, compassion, unconditional love for your fellow man and for yourself, okay? This is right in the middle. This is the anchor of your whole reading, Aries. Okay, take this to heart. See what I did there? Because you're doing this huge heart healing, you guys. I'm so proud of you. But take this. This is your message. You're doing everything you're supposed to be doing, and your reward is coming. Okay. You know what I want to do is we're going to do a spirit animal. I got my animal deck. We got the crow that came through, but not really any other. In fact, not one other, just crows, you guys. You got crows on 2 cards. Wouldn't that be crazy if I draw a crow? Let's try to bring the crow to the front, to the top. I'm going to see if I can call the crow. If it's not a crow, then it's something else that you need to be aware of, right? But there are no other animals. No, I'm going to see. I don't know. Do we want that? I don't think we want that. Oh my goodness. These cards are just jumping out, you guys. You have a lot of guides, okay? There's really you don't need an animal spirit guide, but we're going to get one message before we wrap it up because I just feel called to do that. Let's get an animal guide for Aries, please, in their highest good. First of all, I'm going to look at the bottom. I'm looking for the crow, trying to make it come. No, why did I do that? Oh, okay. I like that. If you must know, the 2 that popped out, if these resonate with you at all, is hyena was the first one that popped out, and peacock fell to the floor. Usually if they fall to the floor, I know they don't want to be pulled. But you got moth, green. That's perfect, actually. More green healing. And then you got, and there are bees on this one, I guess. I'm trying to see if there's even any moths. There isn't. And then at the bottom of the deck hanging out was the unicorn. So lots of magic coming through, but I'm just going to focus on this green. They could have painted this moth any color. There are moths come in all colors. This came out green to confirm your deep heart healing, to confirm moths, just like butterflies, cocoon, right? They start out as caterpillars and they cocoon and they become moths. So you've got this huge cocooning process that you're going through, maybe more than one cocoon. Okay. Surrender to it. Do whatever you can to allow. Okay. And still function. Like I get it. We have to eat, right? We need money still. We're working on that. We're working on that on the collective level, on healing our attachment to money, our negative view of money, that money is bad, that money is, eludes us, that money has this energy of, ha, 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 you don't have any of that. And really it's just energy, plain and simple. It's not good or bad. We're healing all that. And, again, green, if you think about it, green is also money. Interesting that it's the same color as the heart chakra, huh? Why don't we love it more? We detest it, to be honest. We loathe it, don't we? Because I meet so many people who are like, well, we have to get rid of money. I can't wait to get rid of money. We don't need money. I want money to go. Money is awful. Well, as long as you treat it like that, it's going to try and stay around. We can't get rid of anything by resenting it, you guys. Anything in your energy, the only way to let it go, to release it, to heal it, to transmute it, to send it down to Gaia, to send it back to source, whatever you do with it that gets it out of your energy, you first have to allow it to be there. And you have to love it. You have to be able to be so disconnected, right? Like this is what cord cutting is about. And I highly recommend that, Aries, for you guys. Do cord cutting exercises. If you don't know any, go to my channel, Parenting Through Ascension. I have 2 beautiful cord cutting meditations on there. One with Archangel Michael, that it's a full 360 cutting. Another one I call the parachute, which is a really super simple and easy one to do. All you do is press play and listen. You don't even have to look at me, just because it's just audio, I think. Yeah. Press play and listen and let the meditation do all the work, okay? But this is about cord cutting and detaching, because once you have cut all the cords to something that you no longer need, you can let it go like that, okay? But it might still be in your energy, and so you got to ask to see it. If you can look at it and not have an emotional response, then you are ready to let it go because you have detached from it, okay? You've done the work, okay? So Aries, we just hit an hour. I don't like to go over that. But I do love this, take that with you too. Final unicorn. Final answer, unicorn. Full moon behind her. She's bringing in that emotional maturity and the magic. Okay. Magic. So surrender. You're learning to master your emotions. Okay. We all, if this triggers you, you're welcome, because we all have a long way to go for emotional maturity. All of us, okay? If you find yourself getting pulled into arguments on Facebook, then you have some work to do on your emotional maturity, all right? So that's just cut and dry right there, all right? The only fight is within, right? You get rid of that, you heal that, you overcome that, and any division outside of you just fades away. And if you just rolled your eyes, again, you're welcome, because that's the truth. That's my truth. Doesn't have to be your truth. I don't give a shit what your truth is. I love you, but we all have our own truths at any given time. So, let your truth be your truth right now. But I'm telling you, this deep healing, intensive healing, going in, cultivating your feminine, your divine feminine, all starts with taking that first step. Okay. Take a step toward big change. You got so many 5s. Remember, you got 3 5s. You got 2 7s. Yeah, 2 7s, lots of guides, lots of help. You have everything you need, Aries. So don't fret. Don't worry. Just, I think for a lot of you, you know what this step is. It could be sending an email. It could be making a phone call. It could be sending a text. Whatever it takes to take this first step toward this big move in literally from town to town, state to state, country to country, or a move from or toward, out or in a relationship, or out or in a job. Okay. Apply it where it works in your life. And if it doesn't, then don't try to squeeze it in. Okay. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. Don't forget to watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Please, if you feel someone you know and love would benefit from these messages or from my channel, please like, subscribe, and share. Okay. I really appreciate that. And I will see you for your August reading, Aries. You're going to make it. I promise. You're going to be looking at your deepest, darkest stuff in the next month, 5 weeks. And you're going to come out the other side a fucking badass goddess, okay? Or God, whatever you want. Your divine feminine is going to be raised to its goddess state, okay? And you deserve it. And so does she. Your divine feminine energy deserves it. All right. I love you guys. Thank you. We'll see you next month.